Hey guys, welcome back for another WIP and chat this week. As usual, the weather here is grey and miserable and cold. So glad I don't have to go out picking my kids up from school in this. I hope you guys have been having a great week so far and that you're all still well and safe. And most importantly, crafting. Me and Ellie, I say me and Ellie, I asked her what she wanted to work on today. All I got was shrugs. I don't know. She opted for this one in the end. I apologise about the light. Like I said, it is miserable. And I've had to put the light on just because it's so grey and dull. You may hear Riley from time to time. His bedroom is right above my head. And he's playing with his toys, so there might be the odd bang from time to time. Kind of got used to it with Riley. We haven't really touched this one either since the last time I think we did a WIP and chat, which is a while ago now. But we've got like, I don't know, 4 or 6 diamond paintings on the go, so when it comes to deciding one, no one can make up their mind. And this one's awkward because Riley knows nothing about it, and he has a habit of walking in the room, so it's going to be, if he walks in, a quick cover. Another ambulance. They've been going like crazy the last few days. But the cases in my local area have like quadrupled. We were getting like 3 or 4 cases a day. We're now getting like 20 cases a day. And overall in the week we were getting something like 30 or just under. We're now getting over 100 cases in a week, and that's just in our local area. The scientists apparently have warned our government that we should do a complete lockdown, but the government aren't doing it, and the scientists are not agreeing with it, so and I totally understand that everyone's fed up of being stuck, you know, at home, not being able to visit family, but if everyone did 2 weeks of complete, you know, lockdown, we'd have this thing under control and over with faster than ever. I mean, apparently we're getting more cases now than we did when we first locked down in March. And yet he doesn't want to lock it down. I'm waiting for my letter now from the council to say you've been fined. And then I'm going to send them one back. I'm not paying it. Take me to court. And we can argue it in court. But hey ho, I've got plenty to keep me busy. I've signed up for this week's Enchanted Stitching Challenges. I've completed one. I am just an hour or so away from completing the second, so I've been sitting stitching this morning. You had enough already, yeah?
No, my back hurts.
It's because you've been sitting on my bed for so long. I've gone really warm as well, although it's grey, miserable and cold. As soon as I shut that living room door, the front room door, it goes really warm in here. My other half will go upstairs and then he'll be gone, I don't know, an hour or two. Then he'll come down and he'll say, blinking heck, it's freezing down here. That's because he's been sat upstairs where it's warm. Can't see in that light. I had a really funny email yesterday. It was just a general, I think it was like a blog or something, what to do with your spare diamonds. Bling up some trainers. Or a glass vase. Are you pinging them everywhere?
Trying to separate them, they're stuck together. It's not really working though.
I'm having to lean to the right because the light is absolutely shocking. Can't see. Although Ellie isn't on Facebook, I mean she's only 11, I'd prefer her not to have Facebook. I've taken part, as I said, in the Enchanted Stitching Challenges for this week, but rather than leave Ellie out, we've wrote them down for her as well. She might not be actively taking part, but it actually encouraged her. She sat down and stitched yesterday. Wasn't a great deal, but she stitched. So we're hoping that if I can get in a few more challenges, it'll encourage her to stitch more as well. It's certainly encouraged me. I'm getting my Once Upon a Fairy Tale out, possibly tomorrow. What are you frowning at me for?
You said yesterday go out today.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't finished the challenge I started yesterday. I know.
You started 2 yesterday.
No, I started and finished one, and I started another.
I haven't completed the first one yet.
Yeah, but you've got till Sunday, that's the thing.
Yeah, please.
Doesn't have to all be done straight away. I'm just enjoying it because it's making me excited about stitching. Because wanting to complete something, a challenge, it's good. Yeah, Riley, it's alright. Can hear him running around.
These diamonds keep coming out. My fingers hurt now.
Why? Trying to straighten drills with your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Use the pink pen if you need to straighten it so it doesn't wreck the end on your new one. We are absolutely loving these pens, by the way. They are so comfortable to work with. And although I did like the 4-placer, I don't know, I've just gone back to laying one by one. And I love it, so I'm not, you know, not fussed it's not a double-ended one, because I don't really use them anymore anyway. But yeah, my hand, I get less cramp. It's amazing. My washing machine's knocking. Got a load of washing done this morning, pegged it out, and then about an hour later, because it was sunny this morning, about an hour later I just looked out the window and I was watching the patio get wet, so it was a mad dash outside to go and grab the washing. I hate days like that. I don't mind if it rains like later on in the afternoon, at least my washing's dry. I think someone's trying to get out my washer. That's hilarious. That's what you get for an uneven load in your washing machine. It will stop in a minute. Oh my days. Wow. I think when I go back in the kitchen I'm going to find the washing machine halfway across the floor. It'll have bounced its way out. Oh my days. I hope you guys can't hear that. I'm so sorry. Oh my days. Honestly. Thank goodness for that. That was crazy. Riley's trying to shout me. I'll see what he wants before he opens the door. If he opens the door, we've had it.
The washing machine's good.
Okay, good. See, I shut the front room door so then, like, my kids know I'm doing a video. But then Riley still comes to the top of the stairs and shouts me. Good, I've stuck my tray to the blinking canvas. So what kind of week have you guys been having? Have you been up to much? Done much crafting? I feel like the last 2 weeks, like last week and the week before, I didn't really feel like doing too much. But we've been spring cleaning, if you like, but it's not spring. So I kind of feel that's taken over, and then by the time I've finished doing whatever I was doing, I'm just tired and I ache, and then I just don't feel like doing anything else. So I feel like I've been lazy with my crafting, not my housework, last week. And this week I'm feeling a bit more energized. The washer's finished, it's singing to me. So, but I'm fine. I think the challenge groups have helped because it's given me an incentive. And I like that because it's going to encourage me to do more. And I saw somebody else's, I think it was Facebook, and she posted a picture of her cross stitch. And I looked at it and thought, I'm sure that's Once Upon a Fairy Tale. So I went into the post a bit further, and it was, but she's done the bottom row. So she's done a few pages of the bottom row first. And it's nice to see something different. I'm not going to suddenly jump down the bottom and start working down there. No, I'll end up messing up the count and everything. And there'll be stitches out left, right and centre. So we're not going to do that. Can I just push this slightly your way? Oh, thank you. What did Riley want?
Which is not on tea.
Really? He's only an hour ago had his dinner. My kids, I tell you, they think with their bellies. And Riley's such a picky eater. He gets it from me, so I shouldn't be annoyed really, but he'll come down about an hour after dinner, that's usual for him, and I'll say, what's for tea? And I'll tell him, and he'll go, very, very occasionally, he will go, yay, something I do like. And then they'll trot back off upstairs. Cheeky so-and-so. He's like, but I don't like it. Neither do I. He says, why are you eating it then? Because it's good for me. I might not like it. It might make me feel like throwing up, but I eat it because it's good for me. And I have to just stomach it. I think that's why my hair is so thin. Lack of protein. I am not a big meat eater. I will eat chicken on a Sunday dinner, but honestly, you wouldn't believe the size portion I have. It's tiny. My piece of chicken is probably about that. That's my portion. And even then, I can't eat it on its own. I was a vegetarian from the age of about 7. My mum said years ago, before she passed away obviously, she doesn't understand what happened because I was brought up on sausages and all the meats, the chickens, the stews, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, I think I grew a conscience at the age of 7, and I didn't like the idea of I was eating something else living, and I just stopped eating it. And it's just every time, you know, I got it in my mouth by accident. Let's say Mum was dishing the Sunday roast and a little tiny piece of chicken was on my plate in the gravy, because they used to use the chicken juices for the gravy, my parents did. I would actually be sick if it was in my mouth. I can control that now, but I can't eat it on its own. It has to be on my fork with some potatoes, some veg. If it's on its own, it gets spat back out. I can't, I don't know, I'm weird.
Everybody's weird.
I know. I only force myself to eat the little bit that I do because I know it's good for me. Same as fish. I don't like fish either. But I will eat. I will force myself to eat fish pie and battered fish. But even then, it's still not a massive amount. I used to get told, oh, if you don't eat enough protein as you get older, you're going to be really bad. And I accept that, but I can't change
Who you are.
my brain. I need to go and see a hypnotist so that my brain thinks chicken and meat taste like chocolate. I'd eat it till the cows come home then. Yeah, I've just always been more picky than Riley is, I'd say. He eats way more than I do. I don't like pizzas. I'm almost vegan, you know. The only thing that stops me being vegan is milk and butter. What are you frowning at me for? You don't know what a vegan is? Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
What are you frowning at me for then?
What are you talking about, milk and butter?
Because they're made from animal products, which is what vegans don't eat. They don't eat any products from an animal. So no eggs, because it's the product of an animal. No milk, because it's the product of an animal. No butter, because it comes from milk, which is the product of an animal. That's what a vegan is. But I'm not a vegan, I drink milk. But no cows had to die for me to drink that milk. Or use that butter. But I don't like eggs. I don't like cheese. So, trust me, if you got to know me, you'd laugh. Because when we're making a decision on tea, my other half will say, what do you fancy? Well, it's not what I fancy, is it? It's what you lot fancy. He says, well, what are you going to eat if we have that? Well, I'll just have some beans on toast. I know you guys might think, well, really, beans on toast. I like beans on toast.
Beans on toast is good.
And I remember, because I love tomato soup as well. I'm minestrone soup. Anyway, I remember when I was a kid and I used to look at my dad and think, you're eating that, really? He used to have a can of tomato soup and then he would either put some beans, baked beans in it, or marrowfat peas. And I used to look at him and think he was weird. But I've since tried it. Actually, it's not bad. Beans and tomato soup. And at least with beans, I am getting some sort of protein. Although it's not enough, probably. Hey-ho. I can't help the way I am. I probably can, but you know. Somebody will have to hypnotise me first. I tried lamb. That was nasty. But I don't think anyone in this house has tried it. We've tried pork. Oh God, no. Even the kids were like, no, but my other half absolutely loves belly pork. When we do barbecues, he puts belly pork on the barbecue. Do you know what I do? I put a potato in some foil and I have me a jacket potato. You can't beat a jacket potato. Especially done properly. Crispy skin and everything.
Don't forget the beans.
Yeah, beans, no cheese, no cheese. Everyone else is like, no, you got to have some cheese. No, you haven't. Which is weird because I like the smell of cheese on toast. But I don't like the taste. I like the smell of bacon. But I don't like it. So when one of my kids turns around and says, can I have cheese on toast? Hell yeah, I'll cook it. The smell is amazing. But the taste is not. We have a toasty machine in our house where you put 2 pieces of bread and butter in and you put a filling in the middle and then you shut the lid and it kind of presses it all together, and I love that with beans. It's just like eating, we call them bean toasties, it's just like eating beans on toast, but it's nicer, weirdly. Ellie and Riley like ham and cheese in theirs. Tyler's a fussy bum.
She was on the wall.
Excuse me, young lady. I have a Luna clawing my wall. She's so naughty. She always sounds like she's got a snotty nose. Luna, for goodness sake. She's having a clean, but she always sounds like she's got a cold and she's snuffly, so when she's cleaning it's loud. I gotta take Binks to the vets tomorrow. I know. 10-minute walk up the road with him, and he's heavy. Me and Ellie keep passing in between us. He's like, tag, you're next. The other half says, do you want to take him up on the shopping trolley? I got one of them 2-wheeled shopping trolleys. I said, no. He said, why? I said, because when I tilt the trolley to pull it, he's got no flat surface to sit on. He's going to be like, you know.
What are them thingy bobs called?
What thingy bobs? What thingy bobs?
What is it?
Well, if I knew that, you wouldn't be asking.
The thing you pull along, I can't remember what it's called, 4 wheels, red blooming like kind
Trailer.
of bucket. Kind of.
What are you on
Pouring
about?
a cushion.
That's one pot. What are you on about?
I don't know.
4 wheels?
Oh, wait. Ah, got it.
I'm stuck to me.
I'm gonna find this.
Four wheels and you pull it. Oh, I know what you're on about.
Trying to find a way.
I know what she's on about, guys. She's on about them little cart thingies.
Kind of these.
That the kids have. And they have like, yeah, that's it. We need one of those.
This is £50.
Show them what you're on about. This is what she's on about. We need one of them for Binks. Put him in it and drag him up the road. It'd be so much easier. He's not overweight, but he is a large cat. She jumped in your seat, has she? Does that mean you're not going to be stitching then? She likes lying on the cushions on the settee, does Luna. And me and Ellie, we both have our, what we call our butt grooves. Our favourite seats to sit in and stitch. And Luna has a nasty habit of sitting in Ellie's. She'll put the cushion flat the other end of her settee and she'll coax her. She ignores. So Ellie will pick her up, put her on the other cushion. And as soon as she stands the cushion up to come and sit down on her side, Luna moves back across again. It was funny. I think it took 3 attempts the other day to get Luna settled on the other cushion. She just kept coming back. Even if you move the cushion, she's like, no, I'm having this corner today. Ellie was giving her a fuss the other day, but because she was bending over her, because she was on the floor, Ellie's hair was obviously waving in Luna's face. Luna went for the hair. Although her hair isn't as long as it was now, because she's made me cut it. Taken at least another 2.5 inches off it. So now it's like to her chest, shall we say. So... I need a good haircut. I haven't had one in, oh my gosh, years. The last haircut I had was not long after I did the head shave. And I haven't had one since, and the head shave was in 2015, I think. No, 2016. Yeah, 16. I think it's been 4 years this year. And people keep saying, you're going to do it again? No. I did it once. I raised money for cancer research or whatever it was I did it for at the time. No. Although my hair, looking back, it did grow quite quick. But at the time I remember thinking it didn't. It wasn't fast enough for me. And you go through that awkward stage, don't you, where you can't do anything with your hair and it just looks a mess. Because it's growing out. So I'm not sure I could do that again. Anyway, I am going to leave it there, guys. I think half an hour's enough, isn't it, really? Because we're all busy and things to do, and I got a stitching challenge to get back to. So, take care of yourself, guys. Stay safe. Keep crafting. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.